Hey, I'm Gabby, also known as Señorita Gavita. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. In today's video, I will finish this sketchbook spread. I didn't edit this video that much, so you can see all the tiny steps that I'm doing here, and I hope you like to see this more unedited type of video. And while I'm finishing this sketchbook spread, I will also answer some questions because I started a Q&A on my Instagram account and I got some questions and I was very happy to receive them. And let's start with the first question. So the first question is, which do you prefer, drawing on paper or digitally, and why? I would say I prefer to draw on paper because I really like the feeling of my sketchbook and also to test out different art supplies, and I really like the whole process of drawing traditional because you have to also take some time off for it, because in my case it takes a little bit longer and it's like a relaxing me time session, I would say. And digitally I also like it, but I only do it for my Patreon rewards because I'm very more quickly done with all the rewards, with all the stickers and art prints design. And the next question, and I think it's very fitting to the first one, what are your favorite materials? Because I really like to draw on paper, I would say at the moment I really like acrylic markers and alcohol markers because they are very easy to use and you don't need to wait that long that the colors dried up, so you can move on with your illustration without having to wait that much in comparison with gouache or watercolor. But in the past I really loved to use watercolor, and I hope to find time again to draw with it and maybe more with gouache. But at the moment acrylic markers and alcohol markers, and for the details I love to use colored pencils. The next question, which also fits very good to the favorite materials, I think, is, do you think your favorite color has been consistent throughout the time or it is always changing? I don't know really. I have some colors that I really love to use, and like here in the sketchbook spread I love to use different tones of pink and also light green and lilac, so all the pastel colors are ones that I really like, but it also depends on the illustration that I want to draw. For example, my last sketchbook spread that I did, it's very in bright colors, a lot of bright greens and reds and so on. It really depends. So I have some colors that I really like and that I try to stick to it, but I also open to change it. And I also, when I'm thinking about this question, when I'm doing my digital illustration, in the end I do some color correction, and there I also tend to add a little bit more pink and take out some green tones. So I would say my color palette is influenced by a lot of pink shades. Another very interesting question is, how do you plan out your YouTube videos? Tips for filming, equipment will be helpful. I don't have too much equipment for recording. I use very simple my iPhone 14 Pro. And then I have a tiny mobile phone stand that I use mostly for close-ups, and the best thing about it is that I can take it with me. It is very tiny, so I can take it with me when I'm going, for example, in a cafe and I want to record there some content. Then I have also a mobile phone arm holder which is attached on my desk. With it I'm doing some shots from above the sketchbook, like here on some clips in this video right now. And then I have a third one, a tripod, which I can also place when I'm in the living room and I wanted to record there. I have in the description down below all the equipment in my Amazon storefront. If you want to check it out and want to see what I'm using, there will also be all my art supplies as well. So and now to the tips for filming, or if I have a plan for my YouTube videos. And this is a very difficult question because I don't have really a plan for my YouTube videos. The only thing that I try to aim for my YouTube is to make two different types of videos. For example, one video will be about my small business, about my monthly routine, what I do, all the things for my small business, or like a artist life vlog where I show you some steps for my small business, like creating stickers, art prints, and working on them and packing some orders, but also sketching in my sketchbook, and also some personal stuff, for example meeting some friends or visiting a different city and so on. So there I have some things that I keep in mind that have to be for this vlog, is all the things for my small business. And for that I also look up to other artists on YouTube. They are doing also some art vlogs, and I look there what they are showing, and then I looked up what is the interest from the audience as well, and then I try to include something similar to my YouTube videos as well, and I take some inspiration about it. Then the other category of my videos is to make something like a draw with me video, or like trying out new art supplies and creating with it an art piece. So this will be more free, more experimental, and I try out different kinds of art, of video that I can create. Yes, and during the week I'm planning what can I record there, for example, because I don't have too much time because of my work in uni. All the stuff that I have to record, because it also includes to draw, to create something, I put it all on the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday. There I try to record all the things, all the content for the videos, and then I can edit it from Monday to Thursday and then uploaded it on Friday. So I think it's very important to make something like a time plan where you can record, edit, and uploading it to your channel. Another tip is also to use the real sunlight to record the things that are very important, like showing, also for me is showing the stickers and art prints. There I try to record all the steps when the sun is outside and I have enough light in my rooms. And these are some tips that I can recommend, and to try out very different concept as well. I think I have to rethink more and maybe do a whole video with filming tips, and maybe also for editing as well. So if you want to see something like that, then please let me know in the comments down below. Another question, when I'm understanding it correctly, and an art piece that is very close to my heart is the last piece that I did, the Sketchbook Spread, where I talk along while drawing about my childhood. You can see the whole video also in the description or in the info card on the right side. I really love this piece. It took a very long time to finish it, but I love the colors that I picked up. I'm very proud how I managed to color up the flowers. I think they look very three-dimensional, and yes, I think this is the piece at the moment that has a very close space in my heart. And I also, when I look at it, it reminds me, of course, of my home that I have in Peru when I'm thinking about my childhood. Yes, this is the piece that has a special place. So, and I got also another question. Can you show the artwork you like most and least? And for it, I have to take a look in my sketchbook. I have a few ones that I really like. They are one of my newest, I would say. It is the Sketchbook Spread with the meme cats. I really love the cats. The faces of them are very funny and very cute as well. And my least favorite artwork, I have to take a look because I don't have really one that I don't like, because my sketchbook is very old and I can reflect on it that there will be some that are not that good and maybe they are old and I learned a lot from it. So, but let me take a look and I will come back. So after a while I found one sketchbook page that I don't really like, and also a very good answer to another question is, what is the most difficult to draw for you? And I would say is to draw man or male person. I don't know why, always when I was drawing in my teenage age, I was always drawing women or girls, and I find it very easy to draw them, and I really love to draw female characters, and I never had the urge to draw some male ones. I don't know why. I found it very difficult to draw them because they are very, compared to the female, very harsh and not so soft. But maybe I have only to practice more, but at the moment I don't have the need to draw males. So what do you do when you have an art block? It's difficult to say right now because it is a very long time back since I had an art block. When I don't have an idea, I would say, I look mostly through Pinterest, and when I found something very cute, it could be only a color scheme, it could be a cat, or I don't know, something that really catched my eyes. I try to draw it in my sketchbook, and then it will move on to something new, something else, and then I'm in the flow to draw something. I don't feel that much pressure when I'm not drawing anything at one day or 1 week, and I also take a lot of time with other hobbies. That's another question. What other hobbies do you want to try out? So I have a lot of hobbies, and I think this is also something very good when you have an art block, is to try something very new and to experiment with different art supplies. And it also don't need to be a hobby, it can also be an art supplies, and this is also one thing that I do for when I'm having an art block. But a new hobby that I want to try out, I don't think that I want to try out something new, but something that I really loved in the past when I was a student in design, and before that I loved to do pottery. I love to do ceramics again, and maybe to go back to it in some day. So the last question, do you have a boyfriend and does he also like to draw? So yes, I'm in a relationship, and I would not say he don't like it, but he also don't love it. I had some painting and drawing dates with him where I took him outside to the park and I packed up in my bag some art supplies, and then we try to draw something together there. He can enjoy it, and he said that it's something different for him. I think he enjoyed it, but it's not the one thing that he had in mind when he wants to do something in his free time. But for me, he will do it. So this is all for today's videos. I hope you liked this little Q&A session, and thank you so much for leaving me such amazing questions. I had a lot of fun answering them, and yes, if you like this type of video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a thumb up, and maybe you have also another question that I can answer on the next video. And until the next video, please stay safe and healthy. Bye bye.